Well, good morning, folks. Hey, the Old Fisherman back with you again. We're on Lake Murray this morning, just getting started, cold. Hey, don't see anything, but we're gonna start fishing. We're just gonna start fishing. We're right in the same area where I caught them black largemouth yesterday. And we're gonna see if there's any more in here. It's a brush in here. I don't want to drop right on it. But we're gonna work around this brush in this cove and mess around a little bit till we find something. Lake Murray, loving life with the Old Fisherman. See what we can do. Hey, we got a lot of trash in the water. Cold this morning. They might not bite. We're gonna figure something out. I guarantee you. We're gonna drop out here around here and see if we can catch another one of these largemouths right quick, and then we're gonna ease around and try to find some gulls diving somewhere. But right now we back in a cove on a secondary point back near a creek run is what we sitting on. And it's a little drop in here. Yesterday the bass was pushed in here and some perch and a stripers or two, but we didn't get here until about lunch yesterday. Now today we about 2 hours earlier. So, and then yesterday evening they bit good too. So I'm thinking the fish might be biting better midday in the evening, but you got to find where they feed. You know, just got to find where they feed and make it happen. We gonna work around out in here, and I ain't seeing nothing. That ain't a good sign. And no gulls in here diving. That ain't a good sign. But anyhow, hey, loving life is what we doing on another episode of the Old Fisherman. We might not get a bite in here, but we got to start somewhere. You know that. It's always a starting point and an ending point with everything. And you got to make it happen. You fish where you think you ought to fish, and it don't work, you adapt. This time of the year, the major thing is to find the fish feeding. And to find the fish feeding, unfortunately, everybody knows that. You look for gulls. But not unfortunately, everybody don't know how to catch them. Now, most people, I've seen some fellas with some umbrella rigs yesterday just wearing them out. Look like little pink umbrella jigs and stuff. They had about 10 jigs on one thing, and I can't fish like that because I'm a finesse fisherman. And they were just trolling through them. So you people out there don't know nothing about fishing, find you some gulls, get you a big umbrella rig with smaller jigs right now, no more than about 3-inch jig, I'm thinking. You can use the bigger ones, I guess it might work. But get you that, and it's troll through them gulls, and I promise you, you'll catch some stripers right now. Main thing is get where they feed. And we might have to, it's a Saturday, and I said I wasn't coming on Saturday, but I figured, hey, there's a bite. I figured, oh, I missed it. I figured back, you know, back in some of these coves out of the beaten path, I ain't up the river area because the water's too muddy up that way. So I'm in the other areas. I'm just fishing creek runs today, back in coves, ditches, and that's what we're gonna do till we find some fish. Or if I see some gulls diving in the big water, then I'll go out there and work with them. But right now we had a couple bumps, and I'm thinking they're white perch. That's what I'm thinking. They're white perch. I'm not seeing any fish in here, so I just come here because they were here yesterday. But one thing's for sure, folks, and especially Lake Murray, just because you find them there one day, that don't mean they're going to be there the next. That's why you got to be able to adapt and look around and figure out something. They might be in another cove, 2 coves down somewhere. So, but anyhow, hey, glad you could be with me. And we going to search down through here, and if we don't catch none, we going to go search somewhere else till we find them. Looks to me like the water has rose some more since yesterday. That's what it looks to me like. It's come up some more. I'm getting bumps, little small fish. Ain't nothing we want. Now yesterday evening I found the big perch out there next to the river run. So we might have to go back and fish them drops and bluffs next to the river run for the big perch. That's what I'm thinking. I don't think there's nothing in here. The gulls ain't in here. The gulls ain't here. But they're sitting on the water over here. That means they ain't feeding. It ain't feeding time yet, is what it is. Ain't feeding time. Hey folks, we finally got on a perch. Right here. Right here, we finally got on a couple. mess around that doggone crappies, and we ought to be up here catching perch. And what we're doing, wasting time with crappies to catch it one. But hey, let's see if we got the GoPros going. Oh yeah. Hey, we got it going. Glad y'all could be with me, but we've had a hard time here first thing this morning, but we're gonna change that. We're gonna stop looking and playing around with crappies and stuff like that and start fishing for perch. And the bass wasn't where they were yesterday. Everything's off today. They bit yesterday after the rain. But they gonna probably bite again today, but I think they're biting better in the evening. I can't stay in the evening today. I got here in the morning. There you go. There's some out here. We just got to make them bite. What we got to do, we got to focus and fish. What we got to do. The good ones out here. Big old perch. These are big perch in here. I found them big ones in here yesterday. And I seen how big they was. That's why I said, well, I better come back out here and try to catch some today. We're right next to the river run, right on the drop. That's where we at. And they're hanging on these ledges. These perch are the big perch are. And so we fishing ledges. Slow. What we doing? A few will come through, then they'll leave. They out there. Hey, they out there. They just got to slow down to catch them. Got to slow down to catch them. There it was again. Take it off spotlight. Bumping at it. They ain't taking it. They ain't taking it. Let's slant it. See if we can get them going. Let's do the circle slant. Circle swing. They grabbing it. I can feel them grabbing at it. They ain't taking it. Might have put the orange Bobby Garland on that. There you go. There you go. I tell you what, you can't get no hurry with these perch. Can't get no hurry with them. You won't catch them. It's that simple. I mean good ones too. These are good ones. These are good ones. Look at that. Hey, them kind we want right now. Right out here in the doggone river run. On the drop. Where they at? 33 foot. Where they at? Ain't a soul around because there ain't no birds around. Birds ain't doing nothing this morning, so the bird watchers are gonna have a hard time today. Just got to fish to catch them. What you got to do? Start fishing. The heck with the birds. See that? They out there. They out there. All we got to do is catch them. They bumping at it. They just don't want to bite. We stir them up, we might catch some. There you go. Bumping it. Ooh, missed him again. Them jokers are there. They scattered out on this little drop. There you doggone it. We ain't got the right thing on apparently. Picking at it ain't taking it. There you go. Got him that time. That's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good one. That's a good one. What? That's a jumbo right there. That's a big old fish right there. If that's a perch, that's the biggest perch alive. Well, it's got to be a striper. Got to be. Or a bass. I'll tell you in a minute. It's a big old bass. It's a big old bass. It's a big old bass. Look at that. Gone bass. What? Look at that. Oh my. Got him on a gulp of live minnow. You believe that? That's something. Doggone bass on a gulp of live minnow. Look at that. Oh my. Put him in there right now. Crank up the live well with catching nothing. Throw him back at the end of the day. That's what I like to do. Alright. Oh, we can pull my jig down. Doggone bass out here on this river run. We got to get these gloves on, folks. I can't operate with gloves on. Yep. Caught him on a gulp of live minnow. You would have thought he'd have hit that Charlie Brewer, but he didn't. Gulp of live minnow. So what we done established right now is not to be looking for gulls and just go to fishing. That's what we established. You go to looking, you don't catch. You go to fishing, you catch. It's that simple. That's the key, folks. I find myself riding around looking when sometimes for these birds when I ought to just get where they was at the day before and start fishing. That's what we need to do. And that's what we just figured out. We start catching a couple of fish. What we got to do? Yep. Put my gloves in my pocket. I've been throwing them out the boat. See if we can catch another one. And bass is on these drops out here too. I think all the fish are bite in the middle of the day and evening. That's what I think right now. I might be wrong. There he is. Look at that. Got another one. Got another one. Got another one. Nice one too. Good fish. Good fish. Good perch. Oh my, look at that, what a perch. That is a whopper. Folks, got him on the gupper live minnow, and that is a jumbo magnum. Look at that. Oh my. Look at that. Hey, Dave, let's drop back down. Hey, they ain't hitting the doggone Charlie Brewer, they hitting the gupper live minnow. We might have to adapt over and put a doggone Bobby Garland, orange Bobby Garland or something down there. We'll see. Or blueback shad, one of the two. Well, we're gonna fish this ledge. Now that I see there's a few fish in here, that's all I got to know. I can tell you that. All I got to know. If they're hanging on this ledge, I'll catch them. Didn't get him that time. We got to get right on the drop of it. That's what we got to do. There he is. He bumped it. He bumped it. They doggone it. He thumped it and I missed him. Thumped it. Probably done pulled my jig down, I'm sure. At this point. Yep, that's what's happened. I see him following it up and ain't taking it. That's what I see. There you go. One of them run up there and got it. Way on up. How about that? Way on up. Yep. Run up there and got it. He's a keeper too. The reason he hit that Bobby Garland, they done bit the tail off the doggone Charlie Brewer. They done bit the tail off. We got to put another on. Put another on. All right, folks, we pulled back in the cove here, and back in the back of a cove, and we got a nice one on the stripe. Nothing but a stripe. See here, you know what I'm talking about? Hit that doggone brown jig, that motor oil jig. See him? Ain't a big one. You got to throw him back. All right, let's put it back out and see if we can catch another. These small stripers done push back in the pocket off the main river. And we're gonna see if we can catch a couple in here. I don't know if there's gonna be any perch in here, bass. We don't know. Got a 30 foot of water right on in the back of a deep cove, basically. And we're gonna see if we can make something happen. Might be the last bite we get. I don't know. But we got to turn the camera on and let it roll. See what we do. Small stripe, pushing in a cove. Dingy water. It might be a little deep, 30 foot. Probably need to be right up on the ledge here. And a couple of gulls when I come around the corner was back in here, so I know there's a few fish in here. Is what was in here. We're just going to push this little point right in here where they can kind of dead. There was another bite and I missed it. I think they pushed back in here. We're gonna have to just do the circle swing back in there to catch them. Right there's a whole drove of fish, 27 foot, right up here on the bank. And all we got to do is catch them. There's a whole drove of little stripers. There he is. What I'm talking about? That's what I'm talking about, right there. That's some nice. What? That's some nice. They in here. Pushed in a pocket. That's an old striper. What? Oh my, oh Lord. Drag's too tight. Hey, Dave. What? That joker's pulling. Lord have mercy. I think we got two on, folks. I think we got two on. What I think we got two on. Oh my, what? Oh my. I think we got two on. Back up under the boat. Hey, Dave. That joker's pulling too. What? He pulled. We ain't even got the net ready. We ain't never got the net ready, do we? Huh? We ain't never got the net ready. What? That's what I'm talking about. Jumbo Magnum. Oh my, look at him go. Look at him go. Huh? Look at him go. I think I got two. I don't know if they'll stay on or not, but I think I got two. Oh Lord, I think one just might have broke off. It might have changed directions. That's a good one. That's a good one. Hey, the gulls are starting to dive in here. Hey, we got fish in here, folks. We got fish in here. What? We got a boat right over that thing, and the dog's barking at me. Oh my, the dog's barking at me. Huh? What? That's a slab right there, son. That joker's got my line stretched. Oh, goodness. Oh, Lord, he can get around the trolling motor. Oh, Lord. That's the only thing about the spot lock. It keeps running. I got to get up. Oh, we got two of them. No, we don't. Yeah, we do. We got two of them. That's what we got. I got to get around here where y'all can see it. We got two of them. Right. We got two of them. Look at him. Look at him. Y'all look at him. Oh my. We got two of them. Look at him. We got one of them. We got two of them. I'm talking about two at a time. Two at a time. What? Two at a time. You got to love it. Old Fisherman. Loving life. On Lake Murray, I don't think either one of them's a keeper. I don't know. Look at him. Huh? Two at a time. Y'all see it? That's what I'm talking about. Two at a time. What? Oh my. You gotta love it. We got to measure these. Oh my. I told my doggone gup alive. Man, a slam off. Gone. Gone. Oh me. I got to put this in a drum. We got to measure. Let me get back here. I got a mess on my hands here. Now, let me get them off the hook first. I'm gonna lay them in that drum. I get them off the hook. We're gonna measure. Let me get this other off the hook. What? I tell you, they pushed in here to a point right off the main channel. Well, I'm having a hard time now. Can't even get the hook out. What? Can't even get the hook out. Look at him. Look at him. And I'm gonna hold him up if I can get him in my hand. I don't think neither one of them's a keeper. I think both of them got to be thrown back. But look at that. Ain't that pretty? Ain't that pretty? Look at that. Let's measure. Let's measure. Let's measure. That's 21 inches. That's 21 inches. That's a kid. That's 21 too. What? Two keepers one time. You got to love that. Huh? You got to love that. Huh? Let's see if we can put another gup alive minnow on there. Catch another. What y'all say? I'm gonna put that black gup alive. I got more of them. Put another one of them on. Boat trolling around me here. For some reason, I don't know why he's running his motor in these fish. I tell you, people do the dumbest things when it comes to fishing. You don't run a motor into your fish. That's the worst thing in the world you do for stripers. It'll run over them and looking. They will leave here, people. You folks that like to do that, you need to not do it. They will leave here. He's trolling right by me. I don't understand it. They just don't, I don't understand. They see me catch them two fish and they want to troll by me now. But, ain't nothing I can do about it. But catch another fish. So that's what we gonna do. I'm gonna put my stuff out there and catch me another fish. All right, so what we can do. Catch another. See, we can catch another. We got some in here. All we got to do is catch them. But we got fish pushed in this cove. Yeah, they pushed. There you is. There you is. Oh my, there you is. There you is. I think that's a perch. I think that's a jumbo magnet. No, it's another darn striper. Another darn striper. Huh? Look at that. Little one. Throw him back. Drop back out. Drop back out. Right on a drop. Right on a drop. Appreciate y'all going fishing with the Old Fisherman on another episode of Loving Life. And we do, folks. We love life. We love life. There you. There you. There you. There you. Oh my, there you. What? Now that's a big old perch. That's the perch we're looking for right there. Huh? Look at that perch. Look at that perch. That's a jumbo magnet. Look at that. That's a jumbo magnet. Come back out. See, we catching that. Hey, that's what we need, is perch in a pocket. Perch in a pocket probably gonna be big ones. And this is a pocket off the river. What is it? Dingy water too. Dingy water. Dingy. Alright, see if we can get a nut. Got to go slow with that motor oil. Got to go slow. Excuse me. Oh, there you is. There you is. There you is. Oh my, there you is. Oh my, there you is. There he is. Another perch. Nope, that's a striper. That's a striper. Another striper. See that? Going back. Alright, drop it to the bottom with a big girl line. Alright, folks. We're pulling out looking for some fish. We ain't caught a fish yet. Went into another cove and there were a few gulls. They ain't diving, they just kind of in here with some loons. I'm thinking they in here, it ought to be some bait in here. What we do, we pull out on a point. There's a bite right there. We pull out on an underwater point off the end. I don't know what size these fish are going to be. Apparently little ones. But we just in search of something. We going through that book, memory book, and trying to figure something out. We got to get on some fish. That's the first fish I caught right there. He's a little bitty one. I tell you, they off. So we're going to have to do some major adapting today. Instead of giving up, we adapt. I'm just moving around different areas. Still in it ain't real dirty water right in here, but we own some perch. I see them coming in a little bit now. And them birds were just sitting on the water, a couple loons on the water. That's the reason I stopped in here. And got on a point back in a cove. And we got our first, well, I ain't too sure that's a keeper. I don't think it is. I'm gonna have to let him go. We caught both of them. We got the Motor Oil orange 3-inch Charlie Brewer on the bottom with a white 1/4 ounce head, and we got a 1/4 ounce head with a Gup Alive minnow at the top. So far I caught both of them on the orange, or the Motor Oil and orange. And that's what I caught them bass on the other day. This time of year I love that orange color. They'll hit it. And we own some perch, but they might not be the right size. But we're gonna see if we make sure these ain't the right size. I see them stirring up down there now. And that's how we found them. The gulls were sitting on the water. They wasn't diving, they ain't feeding, but these fish are laying out there and they ain't big. Hey, but guess what? And they look like they regurgitating old stuff from yesterday. See, it was a rainy day yesterday. That's probably when they fed up. It might be more in the middle of the day before they start feeding again today, after it all cleared off. So that's our first keeper of the day, which ain't much. But anyhow, it won't be our last. I'm trying to prove to you how you adapt. Started for crappies. We went to the place we caught the bass. Wasn't nothing on the bottom. And found a few gulls sitting on the water in another cove and started out here and we're getting a couple bites. As it goes to prove, they ain't biting one place. You got to move. You can't just sit there unless you know it's some fish there. Now I see a few stirring up. They look like little ones. They ain't big ones, but it's a few perch on this point. 41 foot, so they deep. They off the side of a point deep. Water temperature is 47 degrees. And we got to go real slow to catch these fish like that right there. What you got to do. We'll get on them before the day's over. I got all the confidence in the world. I don't give up. I just start going through the pages of my book. And see, it's no fresh shad. That's a little fish. But it's no fresh shad spitting up. And every one of my caught has been on that orange jig. Although they little fish, they hitting that 3-inch orange grub. I got about a 1/2 inch, so it's cut off, maybe a 1/4 inch cut off. It's probably 2 1/2, 2 3/4 long on a 1/4 ounce head. I love the 1/4 ounce heads. I done adapted over. I used to use a 16th. I went to 8. Now I'm going to 1/4 for the perch fishing. Crappies, they want it real soft. If you're gonna cast for crappies, you better go 64 32nd. Or if they get a little bit more active, you can go 16. If you're gonna cast. If you're gonna fish straight down, it don't really make that much difference. Smaller head's probably better for the crappies. Now we got a couple bites now. See them. We done got 2. We 45 foot. I haven't been fishing this deep. We 45 foot. We need to go back up on the ridge. I'm gonna try one more time. If I don't get a big one, we're gonna move from here. I got to get into big perch. Big perch are somewhere. We just got to locate them. Last time I was in here, I caught a bunch of little ones. So this is not a big perch area most of the time. It looks like it's a little perch area. But we done got too deep. Back on the point out here. It was about 25 or 30 gulls sitting on the water right up there, and it was a couple of lone dead here. And you got a little bit of the dingy water coming off the river area back in this cove. It ain't much. What you want to do is find that dingy water right there where it's clear and dingy. That's a good area to fish always. If you got fresh water coming in a ditch, and you back in a cove and right there it starts breaking off from the dirty to clear, right in that break is a wonderful place to catch crappies with a cart and a jig. You see Richard Jane using a cork a lot. That's because if you got clear water conditions, you got to put a cork on or you'll spook the crappies before you get to them. Sometimes the long poles work, sometimes they don't. But if you got clear water conditions this time of the year, when they going in to move into the bank, then you got to basically put a cart and work it slow, is what you got to do, or you'll spook them. This is another tip from the Old Fisherman. All right, I'm seeing some shad right there at 42. I still ain't got in on that point yet. There's a lot of shad right there. We're gonna drop it down and see what we can do. Trying to love life with the Old Fisherman after my puppy passed away. Let me tell you, when you lose a person or a mate or a dog, it's anything you love dearly. This is tough to deal with. I've got where I hate to have pets because they don't live long enough. You got to keep bearing them, and I'm tired of it. I got 1 dog left. Miss Deborah had to have that after our first one died. She had to have 2 more. But when they pass away, I love animals, but I'm not going to deal with them no more. It's just I can't take the heartbreak of when they pass away. There goes the knife. Maybe that might be a keeper. He ain't no whopper. He ain't really got the pull that I want. But you know what? He's a keeper, and I got him on that orange jig. So that orange jig this time of year is hard to beat. And I call it orange. You see it right there. It's motor oil and orange tail. And in this, I'll have it somewhere on my show, the number of that thing. But motor oil and orange tail, 3-inch bass walleye striper grub is what it is. Just a wonderful, wonderful bait. It's hard to beat them Charlie Brewer 3-inch jigs now. I thought the 2 1/8 was going to be better when I first looked at them, but I'm convinced now that the 3-inch is the best. They'll hit all the 1.5, the 2 1/2, or the 2-inch, but the 3-inch is the best. Now that'll spit up a shad. Now I got him on the Gup Alive Minnow, and that doggone thing's already busted out. I tell you, these Gup Alive Minnows, they work, but they are some more aggravating because they bust out. They just don't last. Charlie Brewers last. You can catch them on Charlie Brewers, don't mess with the Gup Alive. A lot of times you got to get down to them Gup Alive. So you got to be able to cover the whole board of what, you know, they might bite. And you seen them that orange, I think orange is the key. But that orange Bobby Garland works really well too. Really well, let me tell you. But if you're gonna catch bass and stripers, that 3 inch is what to have on, because it'll weed out a lot of times the small ones, perch, and you can catch the bigger fish on it. On that, see there? He's on that motor oil. Drop it back down. Hey, you're catching a few. They're gonna bite. We're gonna catch them. I always keep a positive attitude when I'm fishing. It's gonna happen. You got to make it happen, though. It ain't gonna happen on its own. What you got to believe is, hey, they're fixing to start feeding because they're hungry. Think about it that way. Keep that positive attitude. See, the water's a little clear in here, so I've got a little deeper. That's the way it works. Clear the water, deeper the fish. Dirtier the water, shallower the fish. That's the way it works. Oh, there he is. That's what I'm talking about. There he is. But they're not big ones, and there ain't no stripers in them. They're medium-sized perch. I mean, yeah, they're good eating. And they make a small fillet if you want to fillet them. But they're not them jumbo magnums that the old fisherman loves to catch. Hey, appreciate it y'all going fishing with me. I always do. I love having you in the boat, Miss Pearlie, and a lot of my great fans out there, Angela, that's always in the boat with the Old Fisherman. You can count on that. And I've got many, many, many more good fans that's always in the boat with me. And I appreciate all of you. Bless all of you. Hey, we got some perch out here. They're little, but we got some perch. They biting. But they're 47 foot. I can't believe I'm fishing 47 foot deep. It might be why I'm catching all the little ones. We might better pull ourselves back up on this ridge and see if we can't get on the bigger ones. They could be up there at 25. Although this water color is kind of clear, they might be deep, you know? So you ask yourself all these questions in your mind as you fishing. These are not the perch we're looking for. Not the perch we're looking for. There you is. There you is. There you is. Oh my, there you is. That's a nice one. I didn't know baby, unless it's two. Trolling motor's pulling too. I didn't realize it. Probably make it even worse. Oh, that's a good one. That's the kind we want right there. That's a jumbo. What? You got him on that doggone gulp alive, man. Well, you tear them up is trying to get them off. Look at that. Hey, that's a pretty one, ain't it? See that? Tore it up. I got to get another. Doggone. And I'm running out of them doggone light colored ones. I got a whole jar of them, a jar and a half of them dark colored ones. But I ain't got but a couple of the light colored ones. The blackbacks I got. The what I'm trying to say, when I say light color, what I'm talking about is the smelt color. Smelt color. But they don't last as long as the dark ones, the blackback. The darker the dye makes them darker, harder, tougher, is what I'm trying to say. Tougher. Them things there is about the consistency of a doggone shiner minnow. That's what they consist of. But you let one of them stay on your hook for a couple of days, you got to cut them off with a dikes or a knife. I can assure you they dry up and they get tough. You can't pull it off. I don't know how they come up with that to make that thing. But now if you could let it set out for a little bit and dry up a little bit and get hard, then it would last longer. The problem is it wants to crook up when it does that. You let them set in the boat for dry up for about an hour or so before you put them on the hook, they'd probably be tougher. But they'd get back soft in the water, so ain't no way to win. Hey, there's a few fish on this pond. There always is. Like I say, most of the time they're not the big ones. I have caught some big ones in here. And I really don't understand that. I think them big ones is migrating up that river and they hanging around that river run and the ledges. That's where I think the big ones are. River runs and ledges off the river is where the big ones are hanging. Where the little ones kind of push back in a cove, on a point in a cove. That's what I think. Of course, it's going to be some nice ones mixed back here. That right there ain't a bad one. That ain't a bad one. He's a eater, but he ain't the monsters. The kind that I done got spoiled with is what it amounts to. He's just a standard little perch. Good eating, no whole. Somebody are enjoying, I promise you. Nothing goes to waste. I go home and clean all these fish. I do. They are non-game fish, no limit, and we got a couple fish up under that. We can get them to bite. See? Oh, they're bumping it. There's a good mini perch right there. That's the most I've seen since I've been here, so maybe they're starting to stir up some now. They'll start feeding like that, and if you can get on them and get them going, you can catch a bunch of them. We're in 38 foot of water now. See, we went about 10 foot shallower. Hopes to find some bigger fish. And I'm sure it's some perch down that they're bumping at it, they ain't won't take it. We're going to do a circle swing to catch them. That's what it's going to take. It's calm enough right here to do the circle swing to catch them. It is. So let's see if we can get a nut here. And that might be a keeper. He might be a keeper. Oh yeah, that's a jumbo. That's a, but two jumbos now. I caught both of them on the couple live minnows. See that? Jumbo.